Hi everyone, it's Selves. So today I'm going to do a short wrap-up video. So I'm going to present you 4 books, I think. Yeah, that's what I have. So let's get started. The first one I don't have a copy with me because it's a library book and I've already given it back. So that was the Many Selves of Katherine North by Geen. And it was a sci-fi book and I just picked it up and I literally knew nothing about it, so it was a good surprise because I didn't really expect to like it, because sometimes when you go into a book and you don't know anything about it and it's not on your TBR and it can be a bit, like, oh, am I going to like it or not? And it was a good surprise, so I really liked the theme. I thought it could have been done a little bit differently, but it was a first novel, I think, so yeah, I think that explains a lot. I think there were a few things that could have been turned differently, and some things could have been a little bit better in the storyline. Some things I didn't really understand, but the theme was very good. So it was about Katherine North, so in a possible future, let's say, not a dystopian world, but yeah, in a possible future on Earth. And so basically people have been jumping into other species' minds. So let's say you're yourself and then your mind goes into like a snake or a spider or whatever, and then you can do whatever you want in their body. And so for that, the company called Geen, so Katherine works for them, and they only use young teenagers usually because their mind is better to do this sort of things. So she's been there the longest. She's worked 7 years and she's done countless jumps, and so this part I really liked because it was very well done. I thought, to try and have an idea of what it might feel like to be like a spider, like a snake, or a fish, or an octopus. I thought it was very well described, so I really enjoyed that part. But then the entire story in itself, I didn't really like that part. But yeah, so if you want to pick up something a bit different, this one could be a good idea. And yeah, I haven't heard anybody talk about it, so if you've read it, I would be really interested to hear what you say about it. The second book I'm going to tell you about is the 4th, is it the 4th or the 5th? No, the 5th book in the Saga series. So I have presented the 4 first ones in one of my previous videos, so I'm not going to really tell you what happens in that one, otherwise you'll be spoiled, because there's quite a lot of action. But yeah, if you haven't watched my previous video, I really enjoyed this series. It's really great, so if you're not really into graphic novels, this could be a good one to pick up. It is a bit violent and a bit graphic, and so it's not for a younger audience, I'd say, but it's very entertaining. The only thing is it doesn't last too long. You can read it so quickly and the designs are just great. So anyway, here you go. Very nice. The third one I'm going to tell you about was a huge disappointment. So I am part of a book club, so I'm literally starting, so I'll see how it goes, but I'm really excited about it. And so as a first book, I was supposed to read Sweet Tooth by McEwan. I don't know how to pronounce the name, sorry. And I have read 2 or 3 novels by him before and I really enjoyed them. I think I've read The Children Act and which one was the other one? In the Nutshell or something like that, and I thought they were really well done. And so I was really expecting to like this one, even though I should have known that the story was not really my type. So it's kind of a spy story. It's happening during the Cold War. It's just like, I don't really like this period of time. I'm really not interested in spies and stuff like that in America. Like, this is just like something I really do not like in movies or in literature. It's really something I'm not really interested in. But anyway, I thought I'll give it a go anyway. And yeah, since it's the first book for the book club, and at first I started and I was like, oh my god, I don't know. I don't really know if it's going to be for me, and it was not, but I kept reading, and I've read the entire book, so it's not massive, but it's still, like almost 400 pages, so I was glad when I finished it. And I would say the ending made me reconsider a little bit, but not enough to say that I've enjoyed it. So yeah, I really didn't like it. The story was not good. I thought the writing was meh, you know, like not really interested in it, and yeah, I was just basically not really into it. The flow was not very good as well. The characters, I had absolutely no empathy for them, and I couldn't really, they didn't work very well, I thought, all these characters. And oh, the main character, Serena, oh my god, she was really, yeah, I couldn't connect with her at all. And yeah, I think it's probably just the style of book I just don't really like. Yeah, as I said, this era, it's not my thing at all. So basically, it's the story of Serena. She's kind of a spy, and she's going to be sent on a mission to work with this writer, and he doesn't know, obviously, so that she's undercover and everything, and she's going to fall in love, and that's the story of this. And yeah, so yeah, plus it's a romance, kind of a romance, so like, no. Didn't do it for me at all. But as I said, I've read previous books by McEwan and I really enjoyed them, so I will probably keep reading his other books, but I just know that this one was not for me at all. And it felt like such a big different, yeah, like a major difference in his writing and in the stories as well, because if you read the other stories, it feels very, very clever the way he writes, and in this one it did feel, you know, like a bit clever, but like he was just having a little bit of fun. Like that's what I thought, like, oh, you know, like he's really enjoying writing something a little bit more, you know, like because in the end we really don't care about what's happening, but it's so trivial. And anyway, if you have read it and you have enjoyed it, just please let me know why, because I'm a bit lost at the moment as to yeah, why this one is, because I've heard about it a little bit, and I know some people really enjoyed it, so yeah, anyway, not for me at all. And then the book I finished this morning, so yeah, I'm turning in the morning today because I'm now probably going to do a little bit more, so the lighting might be a bit different, might be a bit better actually, hopefully. So the fourth book I'm going to tell you about is The Martian by N.D. Weir, and so this one I've just finished this morning, so it's quite fresh still. I had seen the movie a few years ago, I think 3 years ago or something, and I had really enjoyed it, even though, you know, it was like a, you know, like a big movie, Hollywood movie, you know, like not everything is really like, you know, it's not going to be perfect, but anyway, I still enjoyed it. And I thought it was good entertainment, and so I knew the book was around, and I deliberately did not pick it up because I knew I was either going to really love it or really, yeah, dislike it, and I didn't really want to try it. And then I've seen a video a few weeks ago, maybe a few months ago, about it, and a booktuber said that she really enjoyed the book and that she thought it was better than the movie. So I said, oh, I really need to give it a go, and I saw it at the library last time and I picked it up. So I preferred the movie. Clearly, this book did not really agree with me as well, so it was not, yeah, it was not a great reading month for me, but that's right. And so this one was just the style, the writing style, like kept putting me out of it. So I kept thinking about what is the author wanting to achieve there? Why is he writing like that? I thought, you know, I was pulled out of the story quite a lot, so that's not perfect if you're reading a novel, really. You just want to keep reading it and not think about all this stuff when you're reading. So that was not very good for me. So I thought the story was good. It was maybe a little bit too technical about, you know, because I think everybody knows what's happening basically. It's this man who's an astronaut, and he is left on Mars by his crew who believe he is dead. But in the end he's not, he survived, and then he's all alone on this planet and he's going to try and have to survive. So there is a lot of, yeah, technicalities about how to survive on Mars, which were very interesting in the beginning, but then it's just like, oh my god, this and this and this and this and this, and I thought it could have done with a little bit more fiction in it. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, it was just like basically this big block of writing about, you know, like how to survive in like harsh environment, and not really a lot about the character himself, which I thought would have been better, because basically you've got like 300 pages and this is the main character. You've also have, you know, different stories, but yeah, the characters were just not deep enough at all, and I thought, you know, the author could have done a much better job at creating something there, because he really had the time. And you know, what's his name again? Can't even, oh, Whitney, that's the name of the main character, could really have been pushed a little bit, because you really don't know that much about it, except that he's super clever and at the same time he has kind of a horrible sense of humor. So that's the same thing I don't really understand, like how you can be that clever and then be that stupid at the same time, because it's not really a sense of humor, but it's just childish, and I don't know, it just didn't connect at all with me. And also all the in the dialogues, like no, you can do it here and there, but you can't do it at every bloody line. It's not, otherwise it just, yeah, as I said, it just pulls you out of your reading, which is really not that good. So yeah, well, I'm happy I read it because now I know, but yeah, I wouldn't really recommend it. I'd say the movie was a bit better and a little bit more entertaining, and yeah, well, I might read another one by this author, but I'm not really sure because I didn't really like his writing style. So well, that's it for me today. I don't have a whole lot else to tell you. I'm just in the process of reading Dark Matter and the Dinosaurs, which I still haven't finished, obviously. And also I'm going to pick up probably a little spooky book coming near Halloween now if I can. So I will let you know a little bit later if I can do a video before the end of October, but I'm not really sure. That's why I'm filming today. And well, as usual, just let me know what you've been reading the past month, what you are happy about in your reading month, or what you would like to do for November. And I'll see you very soon.